Well, we're back with you, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm Marlin Bohling with you. On the grain markets today, we still have quite a bit of pressure, and let's take a look at our corn board first. Our quotes are provided by bar chart. Here we go. We have September corn down 10.5 cents. We have December down 11.5 cents. We're at 5.98 and a quarter. In the soybean trade, well, we opened up and firmed up a little bit, and then we sold off again. So here we go. September is now trading 12.25 lower. We're at 14.19. Now it's down 13 cents. November soybeans currently down 20.5 cents. We're at 13.85.5. Well, let's move on to our wheat market. And in Chicago wheat, so far today, you have September 17.5 lower. We're at 7.82 3/4. We have come off of our earlier low of the day by about a nickel. On the Kansas City market, we're down 17 3/4 at 8.48 3/4. In the Minneapolis spring wheat market, September is down 17 cents. We're at 8.80.5. And let's check out the new crop cotton. On December, we are now down 76 points at 93.30 per pound. It's that time of the week where we love to check in with Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland, to see what the Mid-Atlantic coast agriculture scenario is like. Ben, last time you and I spoke, you said you were kind of hurting for some rainfall. Did you get any since we spoke last?
Good morning, Marlin. You are spot on. We were hot and dry coming out of the end of a long, hot spell. Pretty much the month of July, we were sitting on half of our usual rain. And then, boy, did that change. Sunday night into Monday. Marlin, it was heaven sent. We had a half inch to an inch of rain, and I'm actually out in a soybean field at the moment as we speak. And thankful to say I have mud on my shoes, so it's we got exactly what we needed.
All right, so I'm glad to hear that. What are the farmers up to here this week? What stage are the crops in, and what are you working on?
So one of the things I wanted to mention this week, we've got alfalfa for folks at CHOP. It's been cut 3 or 4 times depending on the operation. Corn is beyond tassel. We're at grain fill. Soybeans, full season, are doing well. And, of course, that rain I just mentioned has kicked double crop soybeans. First rain most of them had seen since they were planted the 5th or 6th of July. But all winter long, growers are constantly looking at new ways. They get sales pitched on new things to try. And one of the challenges, and this is the best time of year to do this, is to get out in the field where they did those trials, where they took half a planter and did this, or half a sprayer tank and did that, to get out in those fields, get those stalks harvested, bring them in, weigh them, do any kind of testing you can on them, and try to come up with an idea. In grain farming, we talk about building that factory that produces the bushels. And now's the time to get out and see if that new product you tried or a different way you tried is build a bigger factory than the other way you did it.
So far, judging by the photos that you had sent in for our viewers, it looks like the crops are relatively good health right now. Are you expecting at least an average crop?
We are. We all started to get worried. Corn pollinated at the right time. We had rain right up until wheat harvest was done, so most of our corn had pollinated. I'll say the majority, not all, obviously. And you start worrying about that grain fill period. Makes us worried. Corn was curling a week ago, and we were starting to lose some bottom leaves. Some of the bottom leaves had, fallen off because that plant is going to do everything it can to keep moisture in that ear, so it'll scavenge even from itself if it runs out. But we're looking at above average yields still, but it's a long time till harvest.
All right, well, it's good to hear that the eastern part of the Corn Belt is at least having some pretty good luck this year. Thank you for the update, Ben. We'll check in with you again next week. Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. We'll pause right here. We'll come back and I'll get you updated on our cattle and hog market activity right after this.